Hey students, traders, investors from around the world. This is Jerremy Alexander Newsome with, of course, Real Life Trading. Hope you're doing absolutely sensational. It is Wednesday, which is March the 18th, and want to give you this real life stock review on what the markets are doing at the moment. So yesterday's candle was a slightly bearish candle. It was a new black crow, or it's a black candle that opened and closed below the prior day white candles closed, kind of punching the bullish traders in the face a little bit. And then today, we got another gap down. Now, what's going to be interesting is I'm really going to keep in mind that the FOMC meeting is going to be releasing a few things today at around 2 o'clock. So that's really going to keep my eyes on my determination on what the markets may do. My overall thought is if we continue a little bit lower today, this gap on a 1 to 10 scale, 10 being very, very bullish, 1 being very, very bearish, today's candle actually brought me down very, very close to a 5. Just yesterday, I was in the high 6s, low 7s. So my thought is, depending on the FOMC meeting and what it does, if we get a black candle and we continue a little bit lower, I actually would consider go ahead and exiting or potentially unraveling this particular spread, depending on what happens today, because the candle patterns are shaping up to be a little bit more bearish than bullish. Just about an hour or so ago, I was looking at this bearish trade intraday, which I sent out to all of our followers on TradingView. And this is kind of a shorter term day trade / swing trade. And on the hourly chart, we just took out the wick. Now, keep in mind, all of this is subject to change due to volatility. But my overall thoughts are that the market might continue to go down just a little bit. Again, depending on exactly what the FOMC meeting does and what it comes out with. Now, this is very, very close to my stop. We're talking just a few cents, but hey, that's what good stop placement is for, right? So my overall thoughts again, I am bullish. Today I became a little bit more neutral on the overall long-term perspective of the market. Here's your long-term moving averages. And again, if we do in fact break this support line, I will be a little bit more bearish. Again, on a 1 to 10 scale, I'll be converting a little bit more closer to the one side, maybe lower 4s, potentially if we take out that low, looking for some bearish shorter term setups. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. SPY, same thing, right? Not a massively bearish candle today, but kind of one that just kind of makes you scratch your head. So it'll be really interesting to see what the FOMC meeting comes up with, and if we do in fact get a little bit of retracement, is this the turning point where we do this and go higher, or we roll over? And I think today might be that day where we figure that out. It'll be really, really interesting to see what the end of the day looks like. The QQQs, same thing, right? We had a really, really healthy retracement, in my opinion. We traded up, we're pulling back. Now, are we going to do this or are we going to do this? I don't think anyone knows, truly. And I would imagine that we'd bought bullish, right? That's the primary trend. But there is a pretty bearish gap right here on the Qs, looking something like this. And I'll just be interested to see what indeed and what actually plays out overall. So Alibaba, the lockup expired today on Alibaba. We have a little bit of a white candle pounding out this support around 84. So we got some pretty good volume coming in today. It looks kind of like a pennant-ish type of pattern. So my thoughts on Alibaba, if we start getting a move above 86.67, I'm going to be a little bit more bullish than bearish on Alibaba. Kind of bullish to non-directionally bullish. Something like this could happen. I still think this is going to be a little bit of an accumulation phase. Not massively bullish on Alibaba down at this level, but it is a good support for sure. And it's going to be one that I want to keep my eyes on. Facebook moved a little bit higher today, traded to an 80.74 resistance. Again, just trading sideways overall. And Apple, at some point, had a nicer white candle, and as of right now, a little bit of a black candle, higher wave candle. So again, is Apple going to do this, or is Apple going to do this? And that's the part that I just truly do not know. Got a trigger for protective put at 125.38. So my expectations is that Apple realistically could retest this. Retest gap, right? It could do this and then continue higher. So I'll also be keeping an eye on Apple, seeing what it does, seeing how it plays out. But today's FOMC meeting will have a big impact on a lot of things, including FAS and a few others. But today is Weeklies Wednesday, where we're going to be looking at some credit spreads expiring this week and or potentially next week, which is the last week of March. So, a bear call spread up here on FAS is probably what I'll be keeping my eye on, but it really does depend on what the FOMC meeting does. So keep your eyes on this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm excited about the markets. I'm excited about life, and I'm excited about yesterday. We had an incredible kids webinar. This was one of the most exciting webinars I think I've ever done. There's over 20 kids ranging from ages 1 to 2 to 19 and 18. I think it was a really great experience in my opinion, and the kids liked it. It was only an hour long. I think they did incredible with answering questions and staying engaged and participating. I have another kids webinar on Thursday. If you missed it, I'll be sending out a link for that shortly. And also tonight is going to be the day trading class session 1. I'm entitling these sessions all you need to know about day trading, and tonight will be class 1. And of course it's free, as all the classes and education taught by me at Real Life Trading will be. So hope to see you guys there tonight. I'll be sending out the link as well in this email. And until then, ladies and gentlemen, remember, love life, live life, and trade it. I'll see you tonight or this afternoon on the trading floor.